on this week's episode of The Engaging Marketeer, I want to talk about LinkedIn specifically. And one trick that I think is well worth talking about in detail because it will help you get a lot more views of your profile and a lot more exposure on LinkedIn, and it won't cost you a penny. So this one's really good, and all it'll take is a little bit of your time each day for probably a few days, maybe a week or two, and then you'll start seeing some results. So what this is when you get a top voice badge on LinkedIn. If you've never heard of the top voice badge, pay attention because you're going to love this. If you have seen top voice badges and wonder how you get them, pay attention because you're going to love this. And if you've already got a top voice badge, then you may as well just turn off because this isn't for you. So what is a top voice badge, first of all? On your LinkedIn profile, and you may see it on other people, some people have a badge on the top of their profile which says they're a top voice in web design, or they're a top voice in HR, or a top voice in IT. And some of them have top voice general, which means they are really good at overall subjects on LinkedIn. They should be listened to. What they post is important. Now, how you get that badge isn't paid for. It's not something you have to have a premium account. It's not something you have to have one of the sales navigator accounts or whatever they call it now. You get that by organically posting content that is relevant to what you do. So here's how you do it. First of all, you need to have added your skills on LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, you can add a set number of skills that are relevant to your business. So on mine, for example, I've got things like SEO, search engine optimization. I've got public speaking. I hope you think I'm all right with that. I think I've got podcasting. I'm probably okay at that. I've got, what have I got? I've got mentoring. I've got training. I've got web design. That kind of stuff. The things that you do that are relevant within your industry. And they're just added as plain text skills in the skills section of your LinkedIn profile. So when you look at your profile, if you scroll down to the skills section, you'll be able to click on any one of those skills to go through to see a filter of the topics that are on LinkedIn about those skills. So you'll see, for example, people that have those skills. You'll see subjects that are being talked about those skills, and you'll see articles about those skills. It's the articles you're going to want because these are LinkedIn articles that are created so that other people can contribute to them. So when you click on one of those articles, you'll go through into essentially a page where you can submit content to that article. So it'll be kind of like a summary idea about a particular topic. So for example, I've got one on networking, and it'll be things like how to network when you're introverted. And it'll be 1 to 6, like number 1, it's a common myth that you can't network when you're introverted because you need to be an extrovert to network. What are your thoughts on this? And then people will have submitted their responses. And then you'll scroll down to number 2, and it'll be, say, some tips on how to network when you're introverted, or how networking online is good when you're introverted. And people will have put their comments on that. And the comments that you post are limited to 750 characters. So it's quite short. It's quite short. That probably translates to about 100, 150 words, depending on how big your words are. It's not much. And then as you comment on those and leave your comments on each one of those posts, you'll get tracked by LinkedIn for how much you are interacting, how much value you are giving. You can even like and thumb up other people's comments on those posts as well. So what I suggest you do is find a topic that you want to be seen as an expert in. Whatever is relevant to your business, whatever is the main skill that you have with your business, make sure that's added as one of your skills on LinkedIn. You have to add it as a skill on LinkedIn. Then once it's added as a skill, scroll down on your profile to your skills section, click on that skill to go through onto the feed on LinkedIn where it shows you people that have those skills, it shows you posts about those skills, it shows you, I think it's got companies or jobs about those skills, and then there's articles. Click on one of those articles and it will tell you where you rank in the top 100% of people who are posting content about that. So as soon as you've posted something, it takes about a day to update, It'll tell you where you rank. Maybe you're in the top 90% or the top 20% or the top 10%. And as LinkedIn will tell you, you need to be in the top 5% in order to be eligible for a badge on that subject. And the more content you post, the more articles you contribute to that are related to that subject, and you want to be doing it in a consistent way, so maybe 3 or 4 comments a day over the space of about a week or 2 weeks, and you will find that you will creep up that percentage or creep down that percentage as it may be. You'll get into the top 20, the top 15, the top 10, and the more you comment on it, the more value that you give, the more that you post on these articles, the more you'll get into the top 5%. You will then be eligible for a top voice badge within that skill category. And eventually that badge will appear on your LinkedIn profile, making you a top voice in that skill, which will increase the exposure that your profile gets, which will increase the number of people who see it, will increase the number of profile views and potentially the number of inquiries. And you know how this works, yada, yada, yada. It's about getting more people to see you, and you're doing it for free. And then once you've got that with one category, you can do it with another category or another skill. Again, you want to make sure it's the skill that you want to be known for. Don't pick anything just because it's not competitive. Pick something that's relevant to your industry, something that's relevant to your profession, something that you want to be getting business for or you want to be having conversations about, and do the same with that. And you'll find yourself creeping up the percentage with that. And the more of those skills that you do, you'll go from having a top voice within one of those skill sets to just having a top voice badge, to becoming an expert on LinkedIn. And that, again, will dramatically increase the number of profile views that you are getting. More people will see you, more people will engage with you, more people will potentially reach out to you, and you'll get more business through LinkedIn. And this costs you nothing. It doesn't cost you a single penny. It is really easy to do. The only thing it costs you is a bit of time. And in fact, little secret, you don't actually have to do it yourself. You could use a freelancer for this. You could use a VA or a PA to do this for you on your behalf, assuming you trust them, because you've got to give them access to your LinkedIn account, and they have a very good standard of English, and they know how to write in your tone of voice and have the same industry knowledge and skills that you have. But you could have somebody do this for you. You could have somebody in your office do this for you. You could have one of your employees do it for you. You could have a business partner do it for you. It doesn't have to be you. I think it's better if it is you, but it doesn't have to be. So give this a try. Let me know what you think. Send me a message about it. Give me a comment on the YouTube channel. If you found this tip useful as well, then by all means, please give me a thumbs up on whatever you're listening this to, and give me a 5-star rating. I would love a 5-star rating, because I have to keep getting reminded to say, please like and subscribe if you are enjoying what you're listening to. That is apparently important. So I'm told. So I've been Darren on The Engaging Marketeer. I hope this has been useful, and I will catch you on the next podcast.